Hello friends, this is host. Welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are well and doing great. So today I'm back with another videos to give a review on these three books which are all about romance. So the first book which we're going to see today in this video about the romantic story is Love Needs No Words. Love is one of the most explored, celebrated, and debated human experiences. Countless books have been written on the subject, yet few manage to capture its subtlety beyond romantic gestures and spoken declarations. Love Needs No Words sets itself apart by taking a gentle but profound stance. True love transcends language. It does not need to be constantly spoken, announced, or verbalized. Instead, it lives and thrives in silence, gestures, actions, and presence. The author invites readers into a reflective journey that challenges conventional ideas of how love should be expressed. In a world where we are surrounded by endless words, social media posts, text messages, and verbal affirmations, this book shifts our attention towards the quieter, deeper forms of connection. In this review, I will I will present an extended exploration of the book's central message, structure, themes, and emotional impact, along with its lessons for everyday life. The central premise, love beyond language. The book begins with the central belief that love is not dependent on speech or words. While words can certainly enhance love, they are not its foundation. The essence of love lies in understanding, compassion, presence, and unspoken gestures. Consider the love between a mother and her newborn child. The baby cannot speak, yet love flows powerfully in the sleepless nights. the touch of care, and the sacrifices made silently. Similarly, long term companions can sit together in silence and still feel intimately close, their bond unshaken by the absence of conversation. The author emphasizes that love is most deeply understood when it is shown rather than spoken. It is patience in the face of difficulty, kindness extended without expectation, and the resilience to stay by someone's side when words fall short. Writing style and tone. The prose of love needs no words, is deeply reflective, leaning toward the poetic. The sentences are not rushed, crowded, but written in a way that encourages slow, meditative reading. This mirrors the theme itself. Just love is found in quiet spaces. The writing itself asks for quiet attention. The author avoids heavy academic jargon, make the book accessible to a wide audience. At the same time, there is a philosophical undercurrent, a sense that the words come from deep contemplation of life and relationships. The tone is gentle, never forceful. Instead of instructing readers, the author invites them into reflection. Readers are not told what love must be shown, but shown how love often appears in silence and everyday actions. Structure of the book. The book is structured as a series of reflections or meditations rather than as a continuous narrative. Each section explores a particular dimension of love, offering both examples and philosophical insights. While there may not be a rigid chapter by chapter story line, the book flows naturally across several broad themes. Love in silence, exploring the power of presence without words. Love through actions, emphasizing that deeds matter more than declarations. Love through actions, emphasizing the unspoken bonds between parents, children, and families. Love, romantic love beyond words. Intimacy that thrives in gestures and understanding. Friendship and unspoken support. The quiet bonds that sustain lifelong friendships. Love as healing, compassion, and empathy in the face of pain or grief. Love's endurance, how love continues even after separation, distance, or loss. Each theme builds upon the previous, creating a layered understanding of love's quiet but powerful presence. Thematic exploration, love in silence. The book repeatedly emphasizes that silence is not emptiness. In fact, silence often communicates more than words. Two people sitting together in peace without feeling the need to fill the air with talk often share a stronger connection than those who rely on silence. Allows love to breathe. It reflects comforts, trust. Action speaks louder. Love is not proven by how many times we say I love you, but by how consistently we show it. The book highlights how small acts of kindness, like staying up with a sick loved one, preparing a meal, or listening without judgment, carry far greater weight than empty declarations. These gestures remind us that love is a verb rather than spoken. Familial bonds, parents and children, empathy. The book themes more than any other relationship. A child may never say thank you, yet the bond between parent and child is undeniable. From sacrifices to unconditional care. Parental love demonstrates that words are unnecessary when actions already reveal devotion. Romantic love. Romantic love is often stereotyped as full of dramatic confessions and verbal passion. This book challenges that view, presenting intimacy, true romantic connection, it argues, lies in understanding, patience, and the ability to share life's ordinary moments. A look, a touch, a quiet presence speaks louder than 1,000 words. Friendship without explanations. Two friends do not need constant words to sustain their bond. A supportive presence, a knowing glance, or simply being available in times of need demonstrates a friendship rooted in love. The book praises friendships where explanations are unnecessary, where love is assumed, unspoken, yet deeply felt. Love as healing. One of the most powerful parts of the book is its focus on love as a healing force. Love can mend broken spirits, ease grief, and bring comfort during illness or hardship. Here, the author highlights the role of empathy and compassion, showing how small gestures can bring immense healing to others. Endurance of love, even when words are gone, through distance, separation, or death, love continues to exist. The book assures readers that love endures in memory, in gestures remembered, and in the silent bonds that time cannot erase. This section is especially comforting for those grieving or missing someone they love. Emotional impact. The emotional resonance of love needs no words is perhaps it appeals to universal human experiences, evoking memories in the reader's own life. Many find themselves reflecting on loved ones, parents, partners, children, friends, and realizing how much of the bond existed beyond speech. For readers dealing with grief, the book is a quiet companion, offering hope For couples, it encourages them to appreciate gestures and presence over constant verbal assurance. Strengths of the book: universality. The theme applies across all cultures and relationships. Simplicity. Clear, accessible language makes it readable for all. Emotional depth. It resonates with personal experiences and evokes self reflection. Practical wisdom. Encourages readers to live love, not just speak it. Conclusion: Love Needs No Words is a timeless meditation on the quiet strength of love. It reminds readers that while words have power, the deepest connections in life are not built on what we say, but on how we live, act, and remain present for one another. This is a book that offers comfort, inspiration, and wisdom. For anyone seeking to understand love as its deepest, most enduring level, Love Needs No Words is both a mirror and a guide. In a noisy world, this book teaches us to listen, to love silence, because sometimes silence speaks the loudest. The next book which we going to see is the Always You. Introduction. Romantic literature has always sought to capture the delicate balance between passion and pain, hope and heartbreak, longing and fulfillment. In Always You, the author delivers a love the author delivers a love story that is as timeless as it is emotionally stirring. Unlike fleeting romances or shallow infatuations, this book delves into the complexities of enduring love, love that withstands the passage of time, the weight of misunderstandings, and the trials of separation. The title alone the title alone encapsulates the novel essence. Always You. There is one person who remains the center of the heart. Are inevitably drawn back to each other. This review offers a comprehensive analysis of the novel, examining its storyline, character development themes, writing style, and emotional resonance. It will also consider its strength, weaknesses, and the lessons it leaves behind for readers. Detailed plot review. At its core, always you tell the story of two lovers whose relationship is tested by time, distance, and personal growth. The plot can be of strangers whose souls, the relationship is portrayed with tenderness and authenticity. In the early stage, readers witness the joy, intensity, and vulnerability of love in its purest form. Separation. Conflict soon arises. Misunderstandings, pride, external pressures, or life's responsibilities drive the loves apart. This section is the emotional backbone of the novel, where longing, regret, and heartbreak dominate. The separation feels realistic. It mirrors the way real relationships often falter under the weight of unspoken fears or ill-timed circumstances. Reunion. Fast fate intervenes, drawing the characters back into each other's orbit. Their reunion is not simple. It is charged with hesitation, unresolved pain, and the question of whether love can truly survive after everything that has happened. Yet, through growth, forgiveness, and vulnerability, the characters rediscover what they always knew, that their hearts have belonged to each other all along. The conclusion is both satisfying and cathartic, affirming that while love might stumble, it can rise again when it is rooted in truth. Character analysis. The protagonist, the main narrator, is written with striking vulnerability. This character embodies the universal struggles of love, trust, doubt, forgiveness, and fear of loss. Their growth throughout the novel is evident. They evolve from youthful passion into mature devotion, learning that love is not about possession but about acceptance. The beloved, always you. The other central figure, the beloved, represents constancy. Despite their flaws, moments of pride, mistakes, or choices that led to separation, they embody the idea of the one. They are not perfect, but they are irreplaceable. Their journey is equally transformative as they learn to take responsibility for past errors and fight for the love they nearly lost. Secondary characters, supporting figures, friends, family, mentors are carefully woven into the narrative. They serve as mirrors and guides, offering counsel, caution, or perspective. Some highlight the fragility of love through failed relationships of their own, while others remain the protagonist of what truly matters. Themes in Always You, enduring love. The most powerful theme is that true love does not fade, even after years of silence or pain. The bond between the characters remains unbroken. The book celebrates love not as fleeting passion but as an anchor that endures all storms. Second chances. Life really offers do-overs, but the novel insists that love can. It emphasizes the relationships are not destroyed by mistakes alone, but by the refusal to grow and forgive. The courage to try again becomes the foundation of lasting love. Fate and destiny. The repeated reunions underline the idea that some people are meant to find each other no matter what paths they take. Fate is almost a character itself, nudging the lovers back together when the time is right. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is a central motive, not only forgiving the other person, but also forgiving oneself. Without forgiveness, love cannot survive. The characters must learn forgiveness is a central motive, not only forgiving the other person but also forgiving oneself. Without forgiveness, love cannot survive. The characters must learn to release old wounds in order to embrace their future. Growth and transformation. Both characters must evolve individually before they can be together. Love is not presented as static but as a dynamic force that requires maturity, compromise, and personal accountability. Section by section reflections. The early connection. The opening sections are light, joyful, and romantic. They capture the thrill of love's beginning when everything feels effortless and distinct. The rift. Conflict is introduced, sometimes subtle, sometimes dramatic. Miscommunication, pride, or fear causes cracks in the relationship. Readers feel the pain of loss and the ache of words unsaid. The years apart. This section is particularly moving. Both characters attempt to live without one another, yet their lives feel incomplete. The narrative highlights how love lingers even in absence. The reunion. When fate reunites them, emotions clash, joy, fear, hesitation. The characters are forced to confront old wounds while rediscovering the comfort of love. Resolution and healing. The final sections are about acceptance and renewal. Love is no longer naive, it is wiser, deeper, and grounded in forgiveness. The ending forms the title's message. It has always been each other. Conclusion. Always You is more than a romantic novel. It is a meditation on love's endurance. It tells us that while love may face storms, it does not have to break. With forgiveness, growth, and faith, love can return stronger than before. With forgiveness, growth, and faith, love can return stronger than before. The novel is both comforting and inspiring. It validates the experiences of readers who have struggled with heartbreak while reminding them that love is always worth the risk. The ultimate message is simple. Its ultimate message is simple but profound. In the vastness of life, there is often one person who remains constant. For the characters in this story, and for many of us in our own life, that person is the always you. The last book which we're going to see today in this video is the If It Makes You Happy, and this book is by Clary Can. Introduction. In recent years, young adults literature has made strides in embracing diversity and broadening its representation of voices that had long been excluded from mainstream narratives. Clary Can's If It Makes You Happy stands as one of the shining examples of this cultural shift. At surface, the novel appears to be a charming, light-hearted summer read complete with the hallmarks of YA romance, community events, the discovery of new love, and the blossoming of independence. Yet beneath its gentle tone, the book is a powerful exploration of self acceptance, identity, body positivity, and the complexities of family and tradition. Through Winnie, its black, queer, plus size protagonist, the novel dismantles stereotypes and creates space for readers to see themselves reflected in literature that often overlooks such identities. Ken manages to balance fun with depth, laughter with reflection, and sweetness with substance. If it makes you happy, ask a simple but profound questions. What does it mean to live joyfully and unapologetically? Even when the world insists you should not. Plot overview. The novel is set in Misty Haven, a small town that comes alive in the summer months. Winnie, the protagonist, is spending her summer working at her grandmother's beloved dinner. It represents history, tradition, and the heart of community life. Winnie is already known for her vibrant presence in the town, but when she is crowned Summer Queen, a role steeped in small town tradition, her life becomes both more public and more complicated. As Summer Queen, Winnie is expected to perform duties that force her into the spotlight. These duties come with social pressures, community expectations, and the heavy weight of being a symbol rather than simply a person. While trying to meet these responsibilities, Winnie also grapples with the role her grandmother envisions for her in the family legacy of the dinner. The diner. Complicating her summer feather is the arrival of Dallas, a charming and attractive newcomer. Winnie's budding connection with Dallas provides a romantic subplot, but it also forces her to confront questions of desire, trust, and the true meaning of happiness. The plot unfolds across this balance of public responsibility, private desire, and personal identity. By the end, Winnie realizes that her happiness cannot be dictated by tradition, romance, or even familial love. It must come from her own unapologetic embrace of herself. Chapter by chapter reflections. Opening chapters. Winnie's life is introduced in Misty Heaven with warmth and detail. We see her relationship with her grandmother, her immersion in the community, and her comfort in the diner's familiar rhythms. These chapters set the tone for the central conflicts, the push and pull between tradition and individuality. The arrivals of Dallas. Dallas enters as a romantic spark, but also as a mirror to Winnie's journey. The connection provides moments of joy and attraction, but also introduces conflict. Through Dallas, Winnie is pushed to think about how much of her happiness depends on romance versus self acceptance. Conflicts with family and community. Midway through the novel, tensions rise. Winnie struggles with her grandmother's expectations and the diner's demands. The community's perception of her as summer queen adds layers of strain. These chapters highlight how love, even from family and community, can sometimes feel conditional. The turning point. Winnie begins to realize that happiness must be chosen, not granted. She reflects deeply on what she wants when she loves, how she wants to be seen. This stage marks her growth from a character defined by external expectations to one guided by inner truth. Climax and resolution. The final chapters resolve both her relationship with Dallas and her role as Summer Queen. Rather than allowing external titles or relationships to define her, Winnie claims ownership of her happiness. The conclusion affirms the novel's central message: self love and authenticity are in the foundation of joy. Thematic analysis. Self acceptance and body positivity. One of the novel's most powerful contributions is its frank portrayal of body positivity. The nature of happiness. The novel continually asks, what does it mean to be happy? For Winnie, happiness is not performing for others, it is choosing what feels authentic to her, whether in love, work, or personal expression. Conclusion. Claricans If It Makes You Happy is a novel that deserves a lasting place in young adult literature. It offers more than a summer romance, it is a celebration of identity, joy, and authenticity. Through Winnie, readers are reminded that happiness is not conditional on size, relationship status, or community approval. This book is uplifting, inclusive, and thought provoking. It invites readers to reflect on their own lives and ask, what makes me happy, and am I brave enough to choose it? So, this is all we have from these three of the book. I hope you guys like the story and tell me in the comment section which one do you like the most. So, I'll be back with another videos with another books to give a review on. Till then, just take care and goodbye.